number 5, Gale Force Meyer, 4-1 favourite. And third number 7, Restless Rose, 12-1. All 12 ran. Yes, Sheen Murphy lands that very valuable fillies handicap at Newmarket for Andrew Balding. And King Power just pounced onto the rail with about 100 yards to go, and that proved, I think, to be the key difference as Gale Force Meyer and Restless Rose just got in each other's way a little bit. We're heading back to Perth next. Next on their card is the fourth race. It's Novices Chase. We've got a very small turnout, unfortunately. It's a match, basically. Novices Chase, and 2-11 is Holstone for Nigel Twiston Davies and Darrell Jacob, and Ballyhome at 4-1. We'll be back with commentary shortly for the next at 3:10. Newmarket, 3 o'clock. First number 10, Chill Chill, 9-2. Second number 5, Gale Force Meyer, 4-1 favourite. And third number 7, Restless Rose, 12-1. All 12 ran. Yes, Sheen Murphy lands that very valuable fillies handicap at Newmarket for Andrew Balding. And King Power just pounced onto the rail with about 100 yards to go, and that proved, I think, to be the key difference as Gale Force Meyer and Restless Rose just got in each other's way a little bit. We're heading back to Perth next. Next on their card is the fourth race. It's Novices Chase. We've got a very small turnout, unfortunately. It's a match, basically. Novices Chase, and 2-11 is Holstone for Nigel Twiston Davies and Darrell Jacob, and Ballyhome at 4-1. We'll be back with commentary shortly for the next at 3:10. Newmarket, 3 o'clock. First number 10, Chill Chill, 9-2. Second number 5, Gale Force Meyer, 4-1 favourite. And third number 7, Restless Rose, 12-1. All 12 ran. Yes, Sheen Murphy lands that very valuable fillies handicap at Newmarket for Andrew Balding. And King Power just pounced onto the rail with about 100 yards to go, and that proved, I think, to be the key difference as Gale Force Meyer and Restless Rose just got in each other's way a little bit. We're heading back to Perth next. Next on their card is the fourth race. It's Novices Chase. We've got a very small turnout, unfortunately. It's a match, basically. Novices Chase, and 2-11 is Holstone for Nigel Twiston Davies and Darrell Jacob, and Ballyhome at 4-1. We'll be
this
back
event
with
will start in 60
seconds.
seconds. 60 seconds.
Newmarket, 3 o'clock. First number 10, Chill Chill, 9-2. Second number 5, Gale Force Meyer, 4-1 favourite. And third number 7, Restless Rose, 12-1. All 12 ran. Yes, Sheen Murphy lands that very valuable fillies handicap at Newmarket for Andrew Balding. And King Power just pounced onto the rail with about 100 yards.
Yeah, great ride by Oisin Murphy in that previous Premier Fillies handicap. Just a 2 going to post.
This
here
event
for this,
starts in 30 seconds.
Chase.
In
it's
30 seconds.
Race that Nigel Twiston Davies has won in the past with some decent horses. And he's got Holstone here, got an official rating of 153 over hurdles. Of course, 3 times a Grade 2 winner. Last seen at the Aintree Festival behind If the Cap Fits was 5th in the Stayers
10
hurdle.
seconds.
And he's got some decent form, of course. Second in the Rail Keel hurdle, 2 mile 4, is right up his street, Holstone. Be interesting to see how he goes first time over fences here. I think the ground conditions aren't really what they wanted for a first time over fences, but there's only 2 runners. The other being Ballyhome for Fergal O'Brien, Paddy Brennan on board. The last victory came at Market Raisin in March, got an official rating of 122. Did go to Punchestown and finish 6th at the festival there behind Musical Slave. Conor Brace was on board there in that boys race.
This event is now in play.
Is a pretty worthy companion. Looks the chasing type. The flags are raised here. We're going to join Gareth Topham for the call.
They're off and racing for the Timothy Hardy Jewelers Novices Chase. 2.5 miles and 15 fences in front of them. And Holstone has set off ahead of sole opponent at Ballyhome as they approach fence number 1. So Holstone, at his first fence in public, just shifts out to the left. Made a slightly crooked looking shape at it. And along the inside, Ballyhome looked to be the more fluent as they, for the first time, race right-handed and head off into the back straight, where the first of the fences is an open ditch, and Holstone, on his chasing debut, leading Ballyhome. Holstone at the open ditch. Has a bit of a think about it, again went out to the left. Ballyhome following his sole opponent. On they go now towards the third. Holstone, once again, a little out to the left. Didn't really land running. Holstone, who on hurdles ratings is 31 pounds superior to the horses following him, Ballyhome. But of course chasing an entirely different game altogether. And Nigel Twiston-Davis, the trainer of the leader Holstone, has really farmed this race over the years, particularly since the turn of the millennium. Has won it with the likes of Ballyandy, Flying Angel, Double Ross, Fundamentalist, and in 2000 won it of course with Bindaree, who went on to win the Aintree Grand National 2 years later and the Welsh Grand National the year after that. Can Holstone be another useful horse to win this Timothy Hardy Jewellers Novices Chase? He continues to jump out to the left at his fences. That was the second of the open ditches. Ballyhome racing in second. Ballyhome, who has got experience of jumping at fences of sorts, an Irish point-to-point winner, has also won a couple of times over hurdles, but hasn't yet in his career achieved anywhere near as much as Holstone, who's heading to halfway, and the fence which will be the last in a circuit. But at the bulk of these fences, he's just had a tendency, Holstone, to edge away to his left. It's been his comfort blanket. But he's opening up somewhat at halfway over Ballyhome. The gap between them stands at 7 lengths, coming to the water. Holstone over nicely and clearly and faster than Ballyhome at that one as they race on through the halfway stage. Holstone to Ballyhome. Holstone and Daryl Jacob. Daryl, his only ride here today. He's on the 11 winner mark for the current season. Ballyhome partnered by Paddy Brennan. Paddy's looking for his 10th winner of the season. Still in its infancy, of course. Holstone was in quite close to that fence. It's not been the most polished first circuit, but he remains ahead. And will his class tell over Ballyhome? Ballyhome is still a good half a dozen lengths adrift as the two runners race right-handed into the back straight for the final time. An open ditch coming up. Holstone over that well to Ballyhome in second. Holstone, the 6 times hurdles winner, including 3 times at Grade 2 level. He was also third in the Stayers Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival back in 2018. Again, he just shifts out to the left and again gets in at the roots at his fence, but he's been perfectly safe. Second place is at Ballyhome as they now work their way towards the 4th from home. Prize money for both of these runners, provided they complete, of course. Holstone has made every step of it. Ballyhome is now working a little harder to try and get on terms as Holstone takes 4 out. And he had a real cut at that. And Ballyhome, oh! I think he's stayed upright as they head back towards the home straight. He did indeed remain on his feet, Ballyhome, but any chance he may have had, provided Holstone stays on his feet, looks to have gone. Fine recovery from Ballyhome and Paddy Brennan. Holstone at the last open ditch, 3 out, is way out on his own now. And I wonder if Ballyhome is going to go a great deal further. Maybe not. And pulled up before jumping 3 out Ballyhome. So Holstone is left to attempt to complete this Timothy Hardy Jewellers Novices Chase alone. He comes to the second last. And he's over it safely. Again, a little bit out to the left. And there's one fence standing between Holstone and victory on his chasing debut. He comes to the final fence. And he's over it safely. So Holstone with Daryl Jacob looking behind. He won't see any rival in behind him. But he's made every yard of it, has Holstone, and he's going to make a successful chasing debut.
This event has been suspended.